He told me dating a black man was going to teach me this. One, that confidence is attractive. Number two, family means everything. Number three, laughter can fix almost everything. Number four, real protection isn't just protection, it's emotional protection too. Five, when a man is consistent, it fixes everything. At the end of the day, love is love, but these are the few things that I learned dating a black man. So check it out. More reasons why white women love black men. Number one, they can turn a regular walk into a fashion show. Number two, somehow own 27 white tees and still claim they all look the same. Look, there's my little friend. Oh, there he is. Say hello. Hello, my little friend. Number three, will argue with you all day, but anybody else tries to, they about to bang with them. Sham. Number three, will make fun of you all day, but anybody else tries to, they about to bang, bang, bang. About to bang, bang. Number four, they can smell 1 degree of humidity, and they're like, my hair ain't about to do this today. Number five, takes 45 minutes to get ready. Still says, I'm about to just throw something on real quick. I'm about to throw something on. About to throw something on means minutes. Number six, they have a special look. That means don't start. And I just start. Number seven, they will literally roast you for being cold while they're wearing a hoodie in 90-degree weather. Like, come on. Eight, they know when your attitude changes before you know your attitude changes. Nine, they make you feel safe and secure, and they make you happy at all times. Then they spend like 20 minutes looking for something that's in their hand already. All of this to say, stop stressing and get you a white girl.
White women love black men because of the power dynamic, because white women have never had any power over men in their lives. Because obviously all the white men in their lives have always had all the power over them. So white women have whiteness over black men. And obviously to be in any sort of like control feels good, especially when you're used to never being in control. White women feel safe with black men, not only because of the hypermasculinity that they believe black men exhibit, but because of the whiteness and power they hold over black men. This is why also white women can still be racist and be with black men, and be like conservative white women will be like married to a black man. And this is why white women love their black sons and hate their black daughters. Black sons give you access to the patriarchy, they give you power, whereas black daughters don't.
So guys, white women are falling in love with the black women, and it's getting out of hand, and people are getting so judgmental on the social media. I don't know why, because honestly this is not the first relationship I've had of people talking about or getting judgmental, because even the black women are getting married to white men. It's something which has been normalized lately, and now the reason as to why people are getting so judgmental is from the comment section. Some people are claiming that, oh, this person just married this person because of the passport, because of his money, because of her money. That is why they are rushing into that relationship. That is why they are marrying older people than them, like such kind of stuff, you know. But I'm going to share with you my opinion towards the end of video, because I always say that entry never judge those in love, because you never know why someone loves the other person. So let me roll for you the clips, and if you're a white woman dating a black man or in a relationship with a black man, let me know also in the comment section the way or the reason as to why you love this person. And we're just here to learn and also relearn from each other. So let us watch this together.
Is it that I do connect with black men easier than I connect with white men.
Yeah.
I connect with that rawness and that depth. And I've found that a lot of, the white men that I've dated, it is a lot of performative. And, I appreciate the like honesty and the, I don't know, there's like a rawness to me. And maybe that's why, maybe it just goes back to my childhood and like yearning for that level of acceptance.
And realness and just authenticity.
I can tell you exactly why white women connect with black men. The first reason being the fact that on the social hierarchy, white T women understand one very important thing, that y'all are more powerful above black men. You understand that being white T is going to be way more valuable than the black man that you're dating. So right there, you understand that you are above him. And because you're above him, he's going to worship you. That's what white women understand. The second thing you understand as a white T woman is that whatever white T men do not find attractive about you, because I can already look at you and tell that most white men, the ones who actually matter in society, they're not looking for you. And I know that as a black woman who's dated white men. They're not going to choose you. So because you know that, you already know that black men will. See, that's what you learned. Whatever the white man don't want, the black man will take. You're valuable to black men. And that takes me into the next part of this, where you understand the self-hatred that most black men have for their own women, which is why they look for women like you in the first place. Because you represent something that black men will never have. Power. You understand that? Black men feel like they are powerful when they have a woman like you standing by their side. Because most of them are self-hating. So as long as you got that white skin, it don't matter what you look like. You're a prize to most black men. Also, I noticed that you said there's an honesty and a rawness about you that white T men, I guess, don't understand, but that black men do. So you associate being tough and having a plight with black men and trying to act like you have one yourself, even though you don't. In my opinion, white T women do not have a struggle. There's nothing about y'all that says struggle, other than the way that some of y'all look. But when we talk about your culture, white women ain't never had to struggle as a collective group, because the men that you come from put you on the highest of pedestals, gave you the best protection so that you wouldn't have to. So the fact that you're associating your realness and your rawness with black men is very interesting to me. I find that very interesting. Also, as a black woman who's dated outside of my race, I have been around a lot of white T women who date black men, and I can tell you from personal experience, SMEX is probably the #1 indicator in y'all's relationship. It's the biggest thing y'all talk about. White T women talking about how big his schlong is, and black men talking about how good y'all can suck it. So that's another way that y'all seem to connect, smexually, which is honestly fetishization. It's nothing more than fetishization. So we need to be very clear about that. And probably one of the biggest connections that white T women and black men seem to have is their jealousy and hatred towards black women. That's the biggest connection y'all have. It's one of the main reasons y'all get together in the first place. But I notice y'all never mention that. Y'all never seem to mention that. And what I find interesting about all the ways that I said that white women and black men connect, which is what you said in the very beginning of the video, with all those ways that y'all seem to connect and like each other, y'all still seem to have the highest divorce rates. White tea women and black men are the most failed relationship. For the most part, y'all don't even last long. So I think it's time that y'all sit with each other and go through all the ways that y'all actually connect and figure out why y'all can't seem to make it work. Why is it that white women who get with black men at some point eventually end up being a single mom with all them connections that y'all got? Y'all never really seem to last. That's the part that's so interesting to me. But carry on, though.
Story time for the white folks. You ready? For the white folks, I always wonder why white women like black people. I'm going to tell you my experience. Now, I've said it in some videos on my page, but God forbid any of you ever seen them. So, I'll tell you that one day when I was 17 and I had no food, ran away from foster care, nowhere to go. I was in Beaches Terrace Projects in Louisville, Kentucky. As soon as you get off that motherfucking highway, you facing the projects. This is in the 90s. They don't look the same now as they did then. There were millions of people outside. But anyway, at night, you know, people still be grilling and all kinds of stuff. And I was starving. I hadn't eaten for days. And I saw the grill smoking. I was like, fuck this shit. I'm going to give me some ribs. I don't know what was on there, but there was some ribs on there. Anyway, so I ran up. It's like 3 a.m. I ran up on this porch, and I'm talking the grill was right next to this lady's front door in the projects. So my ass grabs the fucking ribs. I'm burning myself. I damn near dropped the fucking lid. I am freaking out because I'm like, I got to get out of here, right? This is all got to happen in a split second. In that same split second, she walked out the door. I'll never forget her and her purple, spiky, curly hair, you know. Oh, so dope. Anyway, she said, baby! White person wouldn't have acted like that to a black person doing that. She said, baby, where you going with my ribs? I broke down in fear right then and there and started crying and told her, I'm so sorry, I haven't eaten, I'm hungry. I said, I really need some food. She said, well, you ain't getting that whole slab of ribs, baby. I've been waiting until my food stamps came on to get that. She said, but I'll give you half. She said, come on in, baby, what's your name? Asked me every question under the fucking sun. Then she said, baby, you're going to stay with me for a week. I'm going to give you a week. I'm going to help you out. She fed me every day. She went and got me some clothes. She turned around. This lady poor, ghetto poor, okay? But she was poor. And she went and got me some clothes. We went to the food pantries. She got me ID, took me to get my social, got my birth certificate, showed me where all the shelters were. She put me on the game. She showed me everything I need to know to survive on my fucking own. She didn't call the police on me. She didn't jump me. She didn't beat me up. She didn't do shit. That's why I love black people. White people saw me starving, didn't want to help me. Black people saw me at the bus stop starving. They felt that something was wrong with me and would start talking to me, invite me to their homes. Crackheads, heroin addicts, all kinds of people looked out for me, all in the hood. This is why I love black people. You know why I've dated black men my whole life? Because they were the only ones to holler at me, the only ones to show me love, the only ones to treat me with respect, the only ones that were kind to me. Their mamas loved me from a young age on up. And I was just myself. I wasn't ghetto. I ain't become ghetto until I became a thug. After that lady taught me everything I knew. So, you know, that's why I love black people. They've looked out for me my entire life. And when I was in and out of foster homes, look, they's like, do you? And we literally had an agreement. And you know, I was just out there. But they looked out every single time. Strangers, poorer than poor. In the hood. Same hood they would have beat my ass. Now, bitches did want to beat my ass, but eventually they realized I didn't want their fucking man, and that I was homeless, and I had a fucked up life. And they loved me. Same thing when I went to jail. The biggest, meanest, baddest bitch wanted to kill me. 2 days later, she's looking out for me. As long as you're real, they don't give a fuck. Real about anything and everything. They don't give a fuck. They're gonna look out for you. And that is why I love black people. I'm not a wannabe. I'm not shit. These motherfuckers bent over backwards for me when they had nothing. Have a blessed day. Now, how many white folks would do that for a black man or a black woman? In that same instance. I love you. Have a blessed day.
A lot of black Americans claim that they have noticed that a lot of African men and Caribbean men seem to have a thing for white women. This also seems to be very applicable in the gay collective, where black men from Africa and the Caribbean seem to have a thing for both white women and white men. Unfortunately, this is very true, and I'm here to explain to you why. For starters, you have to understand that with the exception of the United States, there's not a whole lot of options when it comes to affluent countries where black people can migrate to. America is literally the only first world country with the most amount of black people where black people can feel safe and secure and thrive. Outside of America, there's not a whole lot of options. And even in America, white people are still the majority. This is even more so in Europe, where there's a lot of black immigrants from the Caribbean and from Africa. So in places like in Europe, considering the fact that white people literally make up the vast majority of numbers, a black immigrant is more likely to interact with, work with, live with, and just simply be around white people, people who do not look like him. The second unfortunate reason is the fact that a lot of us black people come from trauma. We don't like to admit it, but it's there. Whether you're black in America, black in the Caribbean, or black in Africa, a lot of us, we done been through some shit. And as a result, we have a whole lot of insecurities deep in our souls that we don't feel comfortable sharing with others. And because we all live in a white supremacist world, after observing how white people are pedestalized, idolized, and idealized in the media, when a lot of black people from the Caribbean and from Africa move to the West, it is much easier for them to conform to that malarkey, to think that white is better. So as a result, a lot of black immigrants from the Caribbean and from Africa not only aspire to attain that level of being that is white approved, a lot of them feel a lot more safe with white people because we believe that we're more likely to be judged by our own people, something that a lot of us have experienced from childhood. Like I mentioned before, Nigeria rewards conformity. Needless to say, a lot of black people from the Caribbean and from Africa, because all they know is dysfunction from people who look like them, there's this illusion when they come to the West that white is better, which automatically translates that black or anything that is not white is not. While it is true that most black Americans will always prefer to be in relationships with other black Americans, that does not necessarily mean that there's true love between them. Like I mentioned before, black Americans are the only group of black people who have spent the longest time with white Americans. And as a result, black Americans are the only group of black people who are less likely to pedestalize white people. That does not negate the fact that there's still some fuck shit within the black American collective. A lot of these black men in some of these interracial relationships are terribly lonely. And who the fuck does he have to talk about these things with? Your racist, homophobic, colorist ass? Chat, please. A lot of us black people lack emotional intelligence and are terribly judgmental. The reason for this dysfunction is because of how broken a lot of us black people in the diaspora are. A lot of us black people are heavily unforgiving and we do not give each other grace. While this is all indicative of pain, humility is and will always be the only antidote to get us away from this fuck shit back into oneness. And good luck finding humility in Nigeria or Caribbean. Shout out to the Jamaicans.
Numbers. And even when you look at interracial relationships, I think part of the reason white women are so attracted to black men, even though they're racist, right? I think because at a subconscious level, we are all motivated to survive. The number one law of existence is self-preservation. And so for the white woman subconsciously, and she might don't even understand it herself, why am I attracted to this black man? I don't even like black people. Because on a cellular level, on a neurological level, on a psychobiological level, your white ancestors in your blood want to survive and perpetuate. And they identify that black man as the best hope you have of surviving by being injected with his melanin.
Emily B.
Emily B. Where are you from, Emily?
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. That's awesome. So for you, black guys or white guys?
Black guys.
Okay, can you elaborate as to why specifically black guys?
Yes, black guys are melanated, and I want my children to survive. And I know that the only way for them to survive in the future is for them to have melanin in their skin. So that's the way for me to, make my legacy continue.
So we have to recognize that when we do an assessment on white supremacy, look at the political, look at the economic, look at the cultural, look at the social, look at the academic, but you also got to look at the genetic, the anthropological, and the biological. Racism is about the biological survival of white people. It's not about ignorance. It's not about bigotry. It's not about necessarily hatred. It's about making sure I survive. I am the genetically weakest family of all the human groups. The European family is the genetically weakest one. The African family is the strongest one. And that's why we get so much of the backlash from all the other groups, because we are the only group that can reproduce without any problem.
Guys, let me just do this video real quick. What surprises me is how people react to the interracial couple. Yes, like on my last video, I told you guys that entry never judge those in love, and on this channel, I'm not here to guide someone on who to love and on who not to love. Like I told you before, there is this debate which has been ongoing, especially between the interracial couple involving the black women and the white men. And people are getting so judgmental. Reason being, there are a lot of things which are happening between this relationship and the way they treat the black women, which I mentioned on the last video. And now, it's so sunny. And now, there is this one which is also ongoing, the relationship between the black men and the white women, because lately I've come to realize that majority of the white women are actually falling in love with the black men, and it's getting out of control. Like, you just be walking by, you see them, and the couple look so good. Yeah, that is what I can say, because I always like when people are in relationship, provided that you are being treated well in that relationship. So I came across the video of this guy. I think he's a Nigerian. If not a Nigerian, it's one of the West African countries. He was married to this white woman, and I went to the comment section. People were so judgmental because the woman was older than him, and some of them concluded that that man only wanted the passport and the money. Well, I don't know why that always happen, and I don't know why people always conclude such kind of things. Now, apart from that, even if you are in an interracial relationship, like I've had these cases several times, whereby people always say that if you're a black person, I've generalized, and you're married to a white person, they always start saying that you want a passport. Like, honestly, I think you can live in your country and this person lives in their country. Still, the relationship will work, provided that you are faithful to each other. But now, this issue that people always bring, including that your partner, especially if you have issues, he or she will start telling you that, oh, you just wanted my passport, you just wanted my money, you just wanted me to give you papers. Like, honestly, if you knew very well that you wanted this person, and you are going to claim all these things later on, you can't have got into the relationship with them. That is what I always say. And if you know very well that you are going to marry this person, or you are going to get into a relationship with them, then it means that he or she will one day relocate to your country, or he or she will one day relocate to your country for you to continue with the relationship bond. I hope you get whatever I'm saying. Now, when it comes to these issues whereby you start claiming all these things, then that means that one person never loved the other person, and that is why they are mentioning these things. And then they will start including your family in this. They will start getting so judgmental. I'm talking from experience, and honestly, I don't like it. I always say that if you're in a relationship with someone and you have issues, finish with that person. Don't include someone else, because when you're starting that relationship, you are the two of you. And again, instead of being judgmental so fast, you need to understand that these people are in love. You don't know how they started their relationship. And now, the reason as why I'm doing this video, I have had several white women, including some of my friends, they're saying that they really want to fall in love with the black men because they love the black men so much. And there are a lot of things, there are a lot of reasons as to why they love black men, and I will do a special video about it later on because it was getting so interesting. Like, I don't know why I'm so much into this topic because some years back this kind of thing was illegal. Like, you couldn't find somebody, especially black person, getting married to a white person following the history, you know, whatever I'm talking about. But nowadays it is something which has been so normalized, and I love how the world is moving. And I've also insisted that provided you are in a good relationship, you don't have any issues, why not continue with it? But immediately you start seeing the red flags, you need to figure your way out before you fall into depression, because you'll get traumatized for no reason. But anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Are you in an interracial relationship, or you are planning to be in one? Let me know in the comment section. I appreciate your massive love and support every day, and I appreciate my subscribers who just subscribe. It's a new channel. I appreciate you so much. Until next time, bye.